I only call myself redneck because I watch NASCAR, I've gone hunting, and I've rode on a four-wheeler a million times.
What was bigger than last time?
I
Strap
worked
on.
that out pretty quick.
Who's the one with the gray hair?
Take your beanie off, motherfucker. Take it off.
No.
One of my ultimate show of respect is to not show up high to something. So for the 2 times I've disrespected you, I'm sorry.
More like fucker. We are live. Well, not live. Welcome to the Skull Hunter Podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Anchor, your all-in-one platform it needs. Listen to us in audio realm. You'll hear about the sponsor of the video many times, but we greatly appreciate them. I got boys. I got tons of boys here. One might cried for help. Some might have sat there and just ended up here. Speaking of people ended up here, who are you?
I'm pretty sure that people who've watched this knows who most of us are, dude.
Well, I'm asking Funker.
Hi, my name is Funker, and I was sitting here against my will.
Well, okay, guys, we get interesting. So, while we talk about how he was sent against his will, let me remind you guys that you all signed an NDA, so shut the fuck up, please and thank you. You all signed an NDA. These guys are here because they want to be here. Everyone wink to the camera to let them know that we're all here because we want to be.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone send an SOS. Okay, guys, thank you for joining the Skull Hunter Podcast.
Because anybody who's fluent in Morse code would be like, all right, I'm sending the feds.
Everyone, I'm sending the feds. We gotta move in now.
I am perfectly okay. These are my friends.
Help me.
Still love this goddamn Nerf gun.
I love it too, because I still have yet to get one. Now, I probably will here soon, because I'm actually making more money now. Because last week we discussed about the car buying experience, okay? While we talked about this car buying experience, let me just give another recap. My car's been in the shop. It still is in the shop. It's been over 6 months now, and they still don't know what they broke on it, but they broke it, and that's why they're not telling me. Now, the update on this, I'm a proud owner of a 2017 Toyota Prius.
Oh, you got the Prius.
I got the Prius.
Yet?
I got the what?
A call back from last week where it's like, they're silent. I got them for my whole crew. They're real quiet.
Oh yeah, I'm building a gang. I'm building a little gang right now. You know, we gang gun. You know, we're building our little gang up right now. But it's silent.
What else, President?
So here's Jordan's thing.
Yes.
Like MrBeast will be like Lamborghinis and Porsches. His is going to be everyone's having Prius.
Everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, what am I gonna win? I'm gonna be like, you just won a 2019 Toyota Prius.
Makes you wonder
Can I
that if
get some
people
money?
start like handing out these prizes, if people are gonna like get a free Prius and be like, oh man, MrBeast is giving out Mitsubishis. You're giving me this shit. Fuck out of here with this.
Oh, I just love the idea of that. Go ahead, Charles.
I would just sell mine, just get a Dodge Neon with it.
What the fuck? What's wrong? Okay, know what's wrong with Priuses, okay? Let me do, like, kind of mention one thing about a Prius real quick is I do DoorDash food delivery stuff because, for one, it's fun. I love driving. Two, it makes it to where I can focus on YouTube and not see it as a career. That means I can actually enjoy it and not want to fall off. So, with that being stated, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of better. But with the Prius, though, I DoorDashed all day from 10 to 10. 12 hours of door dashing. I will tell you guys how much fuel I used. And I'm not joking. I videoed every bit of this.
Oh my god, this is gonna be like the worst oil-related news of the day.
It is! Because I spent $2 on fuel.
Oh, okay, this did not go the way I thought it was gonna go.
Running only 300 miles. I ran 300 miles that day. Only used $2 in fuel. I used the electric motor almost the whole entire time. I used $2 in fuel. It cost me more to get out of my small fucking house in the middle of nowhere to get there so I can DoorDash. But I used $2 in fuel. I'm like, honestly, I love this car and I fit. I'm like 6'2", 6'3". I fit in the car. I was like, oh my god.
I heard they made those things a lot more roomier for like taller people.
Yes, and it's actually true. Yeah, like your legs don't hurt, your knees don't feel like you've been blowing for a good time. We all know what blowing's like. I would
I
hope.
just know it would fit my 6'5" ass.
You're not 6'5". You're 5'11" at the good day.
No, that's your penis size, Jordan.
Oh, thank you. I've been stretching out. I've been using one of those tools where you
A pump. A pump.
No, there's one that we shouldn't talk about this. There's
What episode are we on?
we're on episode 67. Yeah, 67, I think.
Oh, okay.
This is what happens when I haven't played Halo in 2 weeks.
This is the wrap up.
Yeah, this is the ramp up. I would love to play, but unfortunately, my thumb is. I think I talked about it last week. My thumb is broken. It is broken, and if I use a controller, it hurts like a motherfucker, and it does not help it heal. If I use a mouse and keyboard, it's a little bit better, but if I whip too hard to the right or left, it hurts like a mother, and it doesn't heal. So I've been forced to kind of take that step back a little bit on gaming. That's why I haven't been really live at all, because it's so hard to do so. It sucks, dude. Don't break your thumb. And the worst part is, like, it doesn't hurt when I'm not using it. So I forget and now take the brace off to get a shower, and then, dude, you gotta stop when you're about to come. You just put your thumb on it, and unfortunately, mine was just too strong.
I just wanted to be like, hey, you want to see something I could do that Jordan can't do?
Oh, fuck you. I could do this, and then look, there's my other hand. See? I'm talented, I fucked it up right there at the end. I did it perfectly here, and I went down, went like this, perfect, and then I did this coming back.
I'm just getting a text message, Joseph. Reverse my video footage so it looks like it went the other way. I don't know what I get these messages from.
Is your car like solar powered or something?
No, it's still gas powered. It gets 50. It's actually getting 52 gallons a mile. So it does really good. It's a little 4-cylinder, but it has an electric motor in it. So if you brake or let it just go down the road, or if the engine does kick on when you're going on highways, it just charges the battery. So with the constant stop and goes of working in the city, you literally use like no fuel. And the goal wasn't to like make it a DoorDash car. I actually wanted a car that's not a BMW, because they break down and then you don't get a call back to wonder if it's even worth it. I'm waiting for them to just say, listen, it's totaled. It's gone. Someone stole it. Get a hold of your insurance. We don't know. And I'm just waiting for that day, because right now it's over 6 months and I haven't even gotten a call. And the lady was like, oh, I promised you he's going to call. And I laughed at her. And she was like, no, I promise you he's going to call. He's going to call Tuesday. If he doesn't call Tuesday, he'll call Wednesday.
Well, on a side note, if you ever do get rid of it, we have the same car, so I'll just take it for parts.
If there's any left on it, sure. I'll go to wherever neck of the woods you're in, besides hell, because you dominate over there. His social medias would be down below. We're not going to discuss him, but yeah, so that's car buying experience. I did buy a car from Carvana. We actually got some very, very cool clips. I think I could show one of them. The problem is one also shows my license plate, and I guess you're not supposed to show that. So just gonna
I looked at all the videos you see on YouTube of people yelling at people's freaking license plate numbers.
Yeah, it's like I don't get it, because also when I'm driving on the road, if I'm live streaming or whatever, I'm showing people everyone's like ones. I don't care, but it looks my car looks super nice though. It's a white, if it ever focused. Yeah, it's a little white. Nice. I said it's actually bigger than I thought it was gonna be. And trust me, not a lot of people say that to me. So it was bigger than I thought, and I got a little coin I could put in the dispenser, and it dropped down the car. And then they told me as it was dropping down that there's a high chance it will crush the car. Not even playing. They said it just happened not too long ago, so they're so happy to see it work. And I'm like, don't use my car as a test subject. I don't want to see if it crashes. I just want my car.
I mean, if you could record it, there's some good content, right?
We did record it, just in case. We did record it. And it was my first car that was like, this is mine. This is what I've done research on. This is what I picked. So I was like, yeah. But it has like 86,000 miles on it. So it's a little used, but every bit of research I found, without any major repairs, they last for like until 250,000 miles. And I was like, baby, I'm traveling this year. Once I get rid of my broken thumb, I'm gonna start traveling and see some friends. That's my idea.
If you're gonna crush a car, just do it the redneck way. Get a monster truck.
Yeah, let me go spend 30 grand on a monster truck and then spend another 26 grand on a Prius, and then let me go drive that monster truck over a Prius to see a crushed car.
Right there. Goals.
Guys, you can win this 2017 Toyota Prius. If you can answer these questions before this monster truck ran by Charles, the fucking psychopath, runs it over, you can win it. The only problem is you're strapped to it. Go!
Well,
First
hang on
one
a
to
second.
take his hand off
Isn't
lives.
there anybody in America that like owns a monster truck and is on their
Yes.
in their driveway right now? So you just gotta okay. Plenty of people have had this idea. There's just like hordes of people who are waiting to get their cars run over by this one dude. He's like, get the fuck out of my driveway.
Yeah.
And
There's
then
people who buy.
he gets agitated and then he just ends up running over everything.
Actually, are people who go out and buy
Google
monster
Maps.
trucks.
Let's do this. Let's figure it out where it is.
Yeah, I know people do go out and like buy monster trucks and stuff like that. I just don't see why. They're shit on gas. They are cool, but you can rent a monster truck for like $100.
I
can
get
also
that
put-
you're coming
Sorry.
from this from like a practical approach, but the appeal of a monster truck is self-evident.
Redneck.
I'm not, but I like to see myself as a redneck because of everything I do. But when I hear other rednecks talk, I'm like, oh, wow. No, I have a soul.
I only call myself redneck because I watch NASCAR, I've gone hunting, and I've rode on a 4-wheeler a million times.
That's what
I
makes
used to
you a
live out in the
redneck?
country. Going to a dude I used to be friends with. Mostly the
Okay.
NASCAR part.
Okay, yeah, I don't watch NASCAR. I was excited to see that the Chiefs won. I almost put a bet on them, too. I almost used DraftKings, our non-sponsor promo. I almost used them 100% and made a few bets on the Chiefs because I was like, they're gonna win. And it was touch and go. I was like, I was gonna. But I'm not a gambling man. And then once I saw them win, I was like, fuck, I should have bet. I was like, you should have done it.
I have a cousin who actually had a really jacked up truck that I've actually ridden in before that was actually really fun. It was like it was even hard even for me to climb into it, and he had like these giant freaking tires on it and everything. It was legit like a street legal monster truck. Why he sold that, I have no idea to this day.
Because it's not practical? I mean, that's why I bought a Prius, because we're not going fully electric. California already stated the whole thing about, no, we're not going fully electric. Stop buying electric cars. Like, they have literally told people, stop it. So we're not going fully electric anytime soon. And California can't even handle it. We're not going to handle it. So I'm like,
I'm just
okay.
picturing you're the governor going, stop it. Stop it.
Just stop it.
He's batting people away.
Stop it. No.
It's like daylight all the time up there in California. I don't know why they wouldn't want electric cars. They could just solar power those things, crying out loud.
It's not daylight most of the time.
It's warm most of the time. Like the weather is consistently good.
I guess, yeah, that's what you mean. It's like it rarely rains and stuff like that. But the reason they don't want it is because they don't. The grid. It's all about the grid. I think I've discussed this many times on the podcast, but it's the stupid grid that we don't want to spend the $5 billion to upgrade. I get it's $5 billion, but we don't want to spend it, so we want to sit there and keep making electric cars. We can't power the electric cars, so we have to use gasoline generators to power the electric cars. That makes no fucking sense, because it's even more expensive. And then we get hybrid cars, and we're like, oh, this works. I like that Tesla, though. That Tesla over there looks good. Like, no, this hybrid car, it works much more efficient. You don't plug it in, it charges itself, it works. Yeah. But that Tesla over there, how many miles does it get? It's like, fuck you. Like, if you have $50,000 to spend on a Tesla, do it. But it's like, don't sit there and go, I'm watching I'm keeping an eye. I'm going fully electric for better carbon footprint. I'm gonna shove that foot so far up your. Okay, so what else do we want to talk about?
On that note, though, I at least want to say, like, I want to own a Tesla, but I am not ever going to pay that price. So
Yep.
they better start making an economy version of that car, or even F for that.
Yeah, I grew up playing
Yeah.
Command and Conquer, so when I think of Tesla, I immediately think of the Tesla coil, which is a defensive structure
Yep.
that the Soviets have that electrocutes infantry units, kills them in one shot. So I just forever think of just like.
See,
Whenever I hear a Tesla, I think of a band from the '80s that's called Tesla, but with a Z.
Oh, I didn't.
of course you didn't. You're young.
Listen, it's not my fault. A bunch of old people want to hang out with me. Okay, it's not my fault.
Who's the one with the gray hair?
Take your
Ryan.
beanie off, motherfucker. Take it off.
No.
This is why I'm not upgrading to 4K because my grays are perfectly in sync with my brown. So I'm a 1080p man. I'm gonna die 1080p. 60 FPS.
Yeah, I love my 4K camera, but man,
I really do like that. Everyone here is like barely any grays or whatever, and it's like you get me and everyone's just like, yeah, look at your grays. I got my hair cut obviously recently, and that's when you can really see the gray. It's not light bouncing off, it's just gray.
see,
And
I would say it would be really dope if you just dyed your hair black and left the sides and do that Ra's al Ghul thing.
I thought about it. I thought about doing some very fun things with my hair and my salon I go to. Yes, I go to a salon. Shut the fuck up. And she told me she won't do that. I was like, would you color my hair? She's looking at me going, maybe? I'm like, well, if you were to color, what would you do it? Black? I was like, okay. And then what if we kind of like get rid of the slide? She's like, no. Could I do it? She's like, if you do, you're not welcome back. I was like, okay, Mom. What the fuck?
Why? What? Like, what's the problem? Why is she not doing?
I don't know. Christian Town, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a local salon. She's a cool lady, but she's also like she loves like everything I do and stuff like that. And she's like, her words exactly. She doesn't want to make me look evil. Okay.
Look, it is two different things.
Exactly. So I don't want to look evil, even though before the podcast started, we did talk about how Funker loves to shoot dogs to get stuff. So we were talking about some stuff.
Never happened.
You know, things we're not gonna talk about it. Funker, I'm sorry. I'm just bashing you. You get here. They're just like, let's attack him.
Okay.
Speaking from
in my-
experience, you give the guests like 3 episodes before you start.
I
reaming
know!
them out.
The problem is I know
Like-
Funker too long.
In my defense, it was puppies.
Oh. Cut that. The puppy's too far. No, we have these theoretical conversations, and one of the conversations we discussed was if one of us died, like what we would do. And I brought up the most twisted way about giving my channel away was to like say, if I die, a dog will get the channel, but if anyone wants the channel, anyone in the world, they just have to shoot the dog. Dead or alive, it doesn't matter. You have to shoot the dog and you'll get the channel. And Funker decided to bring up puppies. He's like, we can knock out some puppies. I'm like, maybe we probably shouldn't, but
Not even the most. Well, I mean, it's evil, but it's not the most evil thing you can do. I think the most evil thing you can do is to shoot the mom in front of all the puppies.
oh my god.
Oh my god.
So if you want my
think that's
channel in the
limit. I think
future,
that's the peak.
And guess what, guys? You don't have to do it anymore because the channel got canceled.
that was quick. Yeah, woo! Way to go, guys. Don't cancel the podcast channel. We are growing. I actually, you know what? Let me actually take a good old thank you. We're growing on social media. More people are watching the podcast. More people are actually sticking around the whole way to the end of the podcast. It is cool. We don't got many listeners, but the 9 consistent listeners we have is amazing, and we love you guys. It's really cool for a podcast that we put effort into, but not a lot of time anymore. It's cool the fact we put less time, we get more viewers. So you guys just don't like seeing us. So, but it's really cool to see. We're growing in.
So just
all
because
kinds of
when we
ways.
were, it was on a week-to-week basis. Coming up with material could have been hard, but now that it's every 2 weeks, I realize I am a loser.
You come in going, man, I hope everyone has some stories because I got
Yeah, I know.
nothing. Oh man, I get so many stories on daily. Go ahead, Charles.
I was gonna say, I meant to ask before it started, are we gonna be talking about stuff from the Super Bowl the other day, mainly the commercials?
I mean, I check out once the Packers are out, and the Packers checked out before they were out. So that's all I have to say.
honestly, I don't think we really. I don't know any of us that watched the Super Bowl really close. I know there are some commercials that happened, like Prime had a commercial that was cool. Obviously, I am a fan of Prime. Some of their flavors, some of them taste like ass. But
I still have yet to find that shit outside of one time I saw a bottle in a trash can I took care
I
of
can
once.
flip you one for $20.
at the bottom of a trash can, were you looking, or was it just happened to be there?
It was there. Somebody threw it in there.
Okay, I'm thinking like bottom of the trash can. You're over there digging, and you're like, one does exist. Pulls it out the Holy Grail. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, that'll be me when I get the Nerf Gallahorn finally, because that thing's gonna be sweet.
hey, that works. But for the, I mean, is there a specific Super Bowl ad you do want to discuss?
Alright, the Mario movie. Or the new
Oh.
Transformers movie.
Oh, we don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about that. They
Mario movie, because I agree. The Transformers movie.
So I didn't see the
Less
Transformer. I didn't see that. But the Mario movie I seen, and I was like, I seen the little. No, I'm sorry.
You see my point,
can't.
right?
Yeah.
Did you see my point about it?
No.
That it just, because I was saying it might have been last episode or 2 episodes ago. It just looks like the marketing department wrote the movie. You know, how much imagery can we cram in to sell it as much as possible?
I just thought it was funny that in the movie's universe, the Mario Brothers are an actual plumbing company.
Yeah. I think SNL did the best way to make the Mario movie. They did a skit not too long ago about Mario Kart's movie.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, I would watch that. I would watch
Yeah.
that. It's bad. A show that's been on way longer than I think I've existed can still make a better idea for a movie than a billion-dollar movie production agency. I'm sorry, but some of the ads for stuff they do, I wish they were legitimate ads. They're sitting there doing these ads, being like, "Oh yeah, we're doing all this. Oh, buy these sex pills or these dolls that kill or test you for HIV," and it's like, yes. Give me those. Put those on the market. I would buy them. I don't have HIV, but I'll get some. Like, I would do it.
I thought you were talking about the sex dolls that kills.
Some
Wise
people,
man said
I don't know,
that,
like it rough.
STDs are like Pokemon. You gotta catch them all.
Hey, one STD at a time, baby. One STD at a time.
I'm looking forward.
Yeah, go
Sorry.
ahead.
I'm looking forward to the new Mario movie. And on the topic of Pokemon, they actually had Ash reunite with his Squirtle. What? You don't remember when it separated?
If I had,
I remember. He separated from all his Pokemon. That was his bit. He kept abandoning his Pokemon.
Well, apparently recently he got back with his Bulbasaur, his Charizard, and his Squirtle, and Misty and Brock. Getting all the OGs back together.
Did him and Misty hook up?
Not yet.
Come on. It's been 25 years.
right?
Ash is
Listen,
older than me, freaking for crying out loud.
listen. Here's the thing is, though. That's cool. I'm glad they did that. I'm glad everyone gets reunited. That's sweet. But don't you ever fucking start another conversation with Ash got back with his Squirtle. Because my mind goes, Ash got back with his Squirtle. And then the Squirtle memes come into play. And then I'm like, oh my god, that's even better. And then you're like, yeah, he got back with his Bulbasaur, his Pikachu, and his Charmander. It's so great. I'm like, that is cool. I love that. But you don't start it off with saying, he got back with his Squirtle. That could be Misty. That could be anyone. A Squirtle is a nickname.
Linguistically, you didn't do anything wrong, but you just have to remember to lower the bar.
Episode episode 69. Okay, I just say we gotta prepare. We gotta prepare.
Okay, how many? What episode are you guys on? Because I might, Demon might have to show up for that one.
So the thing is with 69, we're doing something special with 69 that is going to make so many people happy. But 70, and I think 68 will be the episodes we will call you. Those would be the episodes that we bring you, because I think we're gonna need it. I'm just assuming what episode we're on, because I doubt you guys really noticed, but the podcast didn't release today, and the reason it didn't release today was because it wouldn't download. So me and Joseph, we use we use Drive, and it works all the time. It works all the time. This last weekend, it didn't work. I was trying to download it. It would download, and it would say fail. I'm like, okay, download again, fail. I'm like, maybe it's my internet. So I waited a little bit, retried to download again, failed. I was like, I don't know how. So then I worked the weekends like I always do. And then today came around, I was like, let me try it again one more time on my laptop. Let me try it on my computer. Failed. I didn't know what to do. And I had to use a backwards fucking way to get around it, to copy a link, to download the link so it can sit there and download the video. And I'm like, why not just let me download it? Like, that's all I want to do is just download the raw file. So yeah, it didn't release, and I'm not a big fan about it because we work on the podcast. We try to release it every week, and then when things happen that are almost out of my control, I'm just like, I absolutely hate it. And I'm on my phone. This is episode 60. This is episode 67. Okay.
I was waiting to say that because I would try not to interrupt anybody. Including that one that hasn't been uploaded yet. We're up to 67.
Yeah, we're up to 67. Okay, so yeah, 67. I'm impressed we made it this far. Episode 67. But when 69 comes out, I think it's gonna make our fan base go, wow, I didn't expect this. So just saying.
No,
Speaking of WoW, some of our shorts have over 1,000 views, so that's
Really?
cool. Yeah.
I had no idea.
What's your dream job? 1.4K views. How to turn on a light? 1.2K views. What's your? Okay, Jordan.
Yes.
How do you think you spelled favorite?
Wrong. So this is why I say I think I spelled it wrong. It's because all of the
You
vidIQ
invented
things,
a word, dude.
everyone on vidIQ misspells the word wrong. So I was like, wait, if I purposely have it spelt the same way people are searching, it'll get more search traffic. That is true. For shorts, it doesn't fucking matter. For shorts, it shows up in a feed. So spelling it wrong just makes you look like a dumbass.
It only has like 100 views, so it definitely didn't work.
Well, good. That's good. I'm glad.
Now, sorry, just because like I know like time is of the essence here. One thing that we haven't done is we haven't given our new guest a chance to talk about what he does and what he's up to. So
I gave
unless
this
anybody
little
objects,
fucker
I think
a
we
chance.
should do that.
I gave him a chance, and then he was like, "No, my name's Funker, and I kick puppies." So, Funker, seriously, no, we do want to hear like, who are you and what do you do and stuff like that.
Co-host to the rescue.
Well, yeah. Save me. So, anyways, my name is Funker. I'm not only a cosplayer, but I'm also a streamer. But I stream a certain personality that we won't talk about today. I thoroughly enjoy it. I'm a big people's person. My age doesn't matter because putting a number on my good looks is insulting.
It's true. It is true.
I do a lot of content creating. Actually just got done working on my first video game commercial, and I hope that they accept it. So here soon, that'd be great.
Nice. What game? Fuck
Can't
the
tell you
NDA.
No,
And-
no. It is an independent game, but until they give me the rights to say okay that I can talk about it to people, then I will.
I understand that.
It is not out. Actually, does not have a release date at the moment, but they just want to get their all their ducks in order.
Yeah.
Sure. What exactly do you do as to the creative process? Like, are you a video editor, or did you film it yourself? Did you write it?
The video game itself, I'm doing my own edit of it. They gave me a small demo process of it, and I just kind of went through, played it, and then went through again after like I've mastered how to play it to like talk about the style of the game, what it does, the story, the background of it. That's the kind of stuff that like I thoroughly enjoy. But also on like my own content creating, I'm more of entertainer, more of a like I make jokes, I make dad jokes. And that's kind of like what I want to bring. I want to bring a more comedy sense to a lot of these content creatings, a lot of these commercials, because a lot of people are just, being a little more serious, a little more like, hey, this you should enjoy having it. I want to make everything a joke, and I just want to have a good time while we're doing it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good answer. Now, the thing is the reason Funker is actually on here is because you're on the Chris Hansen show. I don't know why I keep wanting to go back to that joke. Oh, there we go. Yeah, man. Once he goes outside, though, there is 5 squad cars waiting. No, so Funker has been a good friend of mine. And I wish we were we talk more, but we both have lives, so it's understandable. But he's been in the content field, obviously, as well as me. He's been on my streams many times as a personality and as Funker. So we're like, dude, just hop on the podcast. It's like, please, I have children. I was like, come on, dude, just come on, just hop on.
None that I know of.
Keyword, none of these know of. Okay, Chris, hold up. Okay, so, and yeah, we were just
listen,
like, dude, let's just.
My pull-out game's weak. Okay, calm out.
Yeah. So we were like, let's just have him on. We're like, let's have this dude on. He's a really chill guy. Actually, so we got together not last week, but the week before that, and to help teach how to edit and things like that, and yeah, and now I'm gonna release a little video here really soon on social media or on a private Discord that is going to help teach people how to edit a little bit, the basic how I make things happen, how I'm almost guaranteed to hit 1,000 views a video if I actually wanted to. Obviously, people hit 200,000 views without doing a damn thing, but for those people, good job. But I don't know. I also like the slow grow. Like the slow grow process, like I get to see like the consistent people who like my stuff. Yeah, dude, seriously, I'm hard right now. It took 32 minutes. It's funny because
I have a bill for that.
Listen, it took 32 minutes, but it's there. It's there. It's there. It's not easy to see, but it's there. It makes
so
me think.
So everyone who's listening, though, I will say that Jordan here has been fantastic on like talking and telling, like helping me with those kind of things, and like he's a real nice guy, and he does his best to put up with people's crap.
So the fact he's put up with me for so long and we're still friends.
Yeah,
And I put up with him for a year, so he's.
I love how everyone goes to. Yeah, I love this man. We hang out with him all the time, and we're good friends. Nothing's gonna stop that. No, I put up with him for this long. I put up with him for this long. Honestly, I don't know why we're friends. He got grandfathered in. We're just here.
The world may never know.
The world may never know. I hang out with all kinds of people, and I really do love it. That actually relates to what I was doing today. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Obviously, when this podcast release, it's going to be my birthday more than likely. So it's like today I went out to a bunch of places and I was just giving people Valentines all day. So I spent 3 hours giving Valentines out to just anyone that would take it. And we got to a point where we were running out of time because I'm on time crunches. So I was like, okay, let's go ahead and let's go to a coffee shop. We go to a coffee shop, we give a bunch more out. I'm like, awesome. I'm like, let's go to another coffee shop. That worked well last time. We get to another coffee shop, give the rest out. We gave out over 35 Valentines in 3 hours. I was like, yes, that's awesome. And then
you were stopped by Chris Hansen.
Who? I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know. Shut the fuck up. Stay there. Okay, so I don't know who you're talking about. Okay, I don't know who. The child predator will come back. Wait, don't. Okay, he's out. He's in the garage. Don't worry about it. He's playing his next script. So later on tomorrow, because everyone's gonna be going live, I have asked TikTok and YouTube to put their favorite content creators in the comment section, favorite streamers specifically, and I will put them in a randomizer, and I will donate some Valentine's Day love to one of them. And so many people did not self-promo. I couldn't tell you how shocked I was. I thought there's going to be several people being like, me, or they put in their own tags. I was like, it's just going to be full of a bunch of people that just want to self-promote, and it's going to be useless. I got 25 names of non-self-promos. And then the 2 guys who did, I honestly added them to the list. I was like, honestly, because I was like, you got balls to do it. I added you to the list. There was one I didn't because he was like, he sat there and commented his name. And I was like, okay, I went to his channel. He doesn't stream. And I was like, you have to be live. Like, I'm not going to donate to someone and not get content out of the content I'm trying to make. Oh, guys, we're going to donate to this guy right now. Donate. Find out next week if it was successful. See if PayPal may have shut me down. Who knows? So yeah, that's the whole Valentine's Day themed. And I was like, it was good to give back, because social media has been a bitch recently. Of just like, it's constant either hate stuff or it's like so much nice stuff. And I've been trying to let the positive outweigh the negative, but it's just so much just like still hate on social media. I'm just like, no, I just want to give back. I want to sit there and see people smile. And today I saw so many smiles. It was so nice. Like,
Freaking hate side. Oops, sorry.
No, go ahead. You hate kids? What?
Oh, I was figuring to say that the freaking hate side has been ridiculous, especially since it involves that new Harry Potter game.
Dude, let's talk about that for a quick second. So, the Harry Potter game just released. We all know about it. Before its release, it already was canceled. People were already like, no, listen, because J.K. Rowling and these. I'm like, it's a fucking game. It's a game that was made off of the movies. It's a game. You enjoy the game. You can enjoy the movie and not enjoy the people behind it. Look who ran our country. You still love the country. You don't love the people controlling it. It's like, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
It's just my opinion. There are certain things I am like, listen, like Prime. It's like, if you know Logan Paul and stuff like that, and you fucking hate Logan Paul, you're a part of Crypto Zoo. You don't want to drink
Logan
it.
Paul.
Hey, hold up! Don't talk about my boy like that. So, if you like Logan Paul or something like that, you obviously want to try his drinks. For me, I honestly didn't really care for the dude. I tried the drinks. I was like, these are kind of baller. And then I actually started watching Logan Paul, and I was like, I kind of like Logan Paul. I blame A-Rock for that. But it's like no matter what my opinion is, if you like the game and you like the movies and stuff like that, fuck the people behind it. It's the movie itself. Now, I understand there's an actor in it who, like, Chris Hansen style. I get it. And then it's like, okay, listen, I don't like this movie because of him in it. That's fine. He's actually in the fucking game. You're not playing as a racist or anything else that might have made the game. So it's just...
They also ended up putting a trans character in the game, and they didn't announce it or anything. They just did it. There's a trans character that runs the bar in the wizarding town out next to the castle, just as a gesture of goodwill and saying, we're not...
There's plenty of characters, some really like important characters that are like gay as well, right off. So
Good.
like they were like the company have said on their Twitter and other social media platforms that they do not agree with her, they don't like her, but they're doing their job and wanting to make a game that they know a lot of people would love if they gave a chance.
Mm-hmm.
It just pisses me
the
off.
problem is that this gets
into...
Sorry, Charles, but that this gets into is that you get into the mentality of verdict first, crime after, which is once they decided that they hate her they're going to do everything in their power. She could apologize. She can correct the record. She can say, okay, maybe I need to clear this out. I don't think she did, but my point is that even if she wouldn't all that, they would just look for something else to hate now. Like there's people that are like picking apart some of the way her characters were named. Like the herbology teacher was Professor Sprout. Really, really. I'm like, this actually happens in real life. Like there is a person called Staff Sergeant Max Fightmaster. Okay, weird things happen in real life too. And yes, characters are sometimes named after their thing. Yeah, no, look, I double checked. I looked it up just to
Well,
make
I'm
sure.
not gonna look it up. I
You were
believe
holding
you.
your phone. I figured that was so. The thing is that I think with all of the energy that the anti-Rowling crowd are putting in to, which I'm not part of, by the way, to say boycott this game has only helped to bolster sales because you have all these other people who are just pre-ordering the game and playing it out of spite.
Yeah.
If you want to send a positive message, say, look, we're not going to support this game. Here are our reasons. Here are some games that perhaps are similar, either because they're based off wizardry, or they're an adventure, or they're an open world and they have a castle, or maybe there's an educational side of it. Whatever. Focus on something that you want to redirect that energy towards. All you're doing is adding fuel to a fire, and now the sales went through the roof. It was the opposite of canceled. It's activated. It's uncanceled.
Well, um, I'm sorry to interrupt this, but I have to
No, I was
like
done.
throw
Go
that right in there. Is that um, it's at this point it's not about the game anymore. The hate has
I agree.
turned.
I agree with that. I don't think it was really about the game, so to speak. But
It's
go ahead.
it. We all know that there's always trolls on the internet, and trolls come in many faces, and trolls can just blend into others. With the whole like cancellation of like a lot of streamers, which is the biggest thing going on about that game, is that they've done it like where they've looked it up and like they did some analytics of some kind that a good proportion of the people that are trying to get streamers canceling that are playing that game don't even care about the actual cause. They're doing it because they're trolls.
I see.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna bring up.
That's
There
the
was
point. I
literally a
didn't think about that.
website that. There was literally a website with a list of people that if people looked at that list and seen those people live streaming it, and it would literally show that them figure live streaming it and everything, and then people would go to that figure person, those people's channels and harass them to death about it or whatever. And it's like, really, people?
I won't say the name, but it's a big issue for like my friend circle. But I have a transgender friend who's a streamer, and they have got canceled for playing that game. Who is a transgender person, and they got rated by a normal rate, which put them in the higher list. And all of a sudden, probably like 45 minutes later, 1,000 people came in, just absolutely like just being the worst kind of person, or worst kind of people, excuse me. And it had nothing to do with the game at that point. They just came in and was just like destroying them. And I'm like, you're fighting for a cause, supposedly fighting for a cause, against the game, and you're really harassing somebody, especially harassing somebody who is part of the cause that you say you're fighting for. So that pretty much shows me that there's so many people that just hate. They wanna be toxic. That's who their mentality is, and that's what we actually got to fight about all this.
Yeah.
Is it's not douchebag people like the owner of Harry Potter and everything like that. It's the people out there that make it worse.
Yeah.
You know, they make it seem like things are way worse than what they actually are, or they just want to be terrible people and do terrible things to good people. There's a lot of good streamers out there, even if they were low key, like smaller streamers, you know, that, or even really big streamers that just had to walk away from like their streams and things like that. Like, let people, they're not hurting you. Let people do their own thing. It's a video game that goes against the person that wrote the actual like books.
Yep.
Just so I'm like, don't be haters.
Yeah, I mean, it's stupid. No, go ahead, Charles.
That's the thing I hate about YouTube. Like, there's this guy who's freaking stalking me and a group of friends that I hang around with because we all like wrestling and everything. This dude has made like 1 million freaking sock accounts. Like he keeps subscribing to our channels, and like freaking stalking us just because he has some sort of issue with one of my friends, and I'm just gonna keep blocking you, motherfucker, and you're just making my subscriber count going up. So thanks a lot, pal.
I
Like,
mean,
get a
that's
life,
fine.
people.
I think that end part right there is just to get a life. Like, there's other things you could do. Put
It's
that
like
hate
whatever
towards
you-
something else.
It's like, whatever your issue is, get the fuck over it. Or go up here and freaking man up.
Well, more like man down.
But yeah, it's just so crazy that people will spend more energy on doing something negative than doing positive, and they justify that saying, "Oh, this is thing." It's like let's talk like not to go back circle to Harry Potter, but it's a lot of people that were absolutely complaining about like Rollins and like the game and stuff like that. We're doing it on Twitter.
Yep.
Do you know who owns Twitter?
Elon Musk.
Need
Yeah.
I say more?
No. And it's just, man, I think because there's no real way to, like, only thing we can really say is just be better, do better, you know, stop being a dick. You know, that's all we can really say. But, I mean, when it's all said and done, we just really gotta, when we see those people, you know, they are speaking their opinions, their mind, they're speaking whatever with, they're speaking what they're saying. And we want to stop them, but freedom of speech is a thing. Harassment's a different thing. They can say whatever they want, because if we live in a world without those people, it would separate us even more. If we live in a world with those people, we can stay together better. So if they can speak what they want to speak, that's fine. But when you harass somebody, that's when it turns into a whole other deal. And it's just the biggest thing is like these people are just attacking for no reason. And it all comes back to people's opinions on others. Now, I agree. This is a super touchy subject. I've said this before many times. I don't care what you are. You're a unicorn. You're a man. You're a woman. I don't honestly give a fuck. You do you. It doesn't bother me. It only bothers me if you get upset because I didn't prefer to you as a certain thing. Because I called you by your name. And then your name was Jesse. And you appear to look more female because you got a pretty nice body. And if I say, you know, ma'am or whatever, miss, I don't need you to get upset at me. That's my only
I
thing.
understand. I went up and said, "You got a pretty mouth." I got yelled at. What did I do wrong?
What did I do? But it's just like, I don't. Just be better. Be better, people. Spread positivity. You could be vocal about your opinions, but don't harass people. Be vocal. It's your amendment. I know that's what you're going to bring up. It's my fourth. It's your amendment to shut the fuck up, too, and not harass others. It's that simple. Just be better. But we do got to move on from that conversation, because if so, we will be the next harassment joke. Wait, we'll go viral. So about you, so why you guys?
After my review of Harry Potter, of Hogwarts Legacy, it's pretty good.
I haven't played it. I know so many people that are playing it right now, and they're having a blast. I haven't played it. I have no time to play it. And when I can have time, I got a broken thumb. I can't fucking play games. It sucks.
I can't play it either because it's on the newest system. Since I don't have a newer system, I can't play it. But friends of mine have played it because those lucky sons of bitches all got PS5s and they've been enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm looking at like $600 to $800 one way, or like either a PC upgrade or a console to play the game. And the crazy thing is, for me, for a long time, that game didn't even look all that good until I saw like the semi-spoiler, I guess, the side quest involving an underground dragon fighting arena, and then I thought, oh, never mind, this game is actually pretty dope.
Why do they have an underground cockfighting ring in fucking Harry Potter?
I love how that's what got
find
Joseph's attention. It was like, he's like, game, it's A-okay, I guess. And it's like, they have a equivalent of a cockfighting ring? I've downloaded.
I don't know about equivalent.
Well, they're not cocks.
But like,
they're dragons.
They have their in-universe version of it, and I'm just like, dragons? They're like, they really went ham on capturing some of the most fearsome creatures just to pit them against each other. This game is dope.
Sounds like some Pokemon
Now we're
shit.
canceled. You wanted to move on?
Yeah. So let's move on with the dragon stuff. So I have finally,
Let's not
truly,
drag this on.
I have gotten it to work. I have made a D's nut joke that caught somebody off guard. I went to my favorite platform, wink, TikTok, and I made a post showing the progress of the wheel that I decided to make, and who's gonna win the little donation I'm gonna give. And one guy sat there and said, "You should donate." He said, I quote, "You should donate Aaron a dragon." I responded, "Dragon these nuts." And I was like, and I was happy with it. I was like, fucking, but I was like, he probably knew that.
Quite good.
And he responds back with going, "Damn, I didn't see that one coming." I was like, I got somebody. I got him with these nuts joke. I was like, yes, my life is complete. Smite me, bitch. And I was just like, I did it. I did what I wanted. I got a D's nuts joke. Because now whenever I do like DoorDash or anything else, it'll be like Karen D. And I'll be like, D's nuts. And every time they're like, we got an order for Karen D. I go, D's nuts. And thank you. And then I walk out like I'm a child. And then Wendy's. Wendy D's nuts. It's like every time.
When we were releasing the new season of this show, I knew you were gonna say it's a new season of Skull Hunter podcast.
Yep.
And so I was waiting for weeks to be like, all right, season D's nuts. Yeah. And then later on in the season, I basically accidentally seasoned my nuts, and it was terrible. But anyways,
you seasoned your nuts, but you still made the joke on our first episode. So you said season these nuts. And we're starting strong was the TikTok/short. And then you go from that to going, I wanted to know what,
Don't change the story. It was an accident.
No, you wanted
my
to
curiosity
know the
is I'm now curious about it.
So I don't want to talk
truth.
about.
I'm telling you, the truth paints me in a way worse light than.
Well, I almost shat myself the other day.
How'd you do that?
So, I was just sitting there. I diet, so I fast a lot, and I do like these liquid diets and things like that from time to time, and sometimes I accidentally do it. Well, apple cider is a good detox, and I was like, okay, that's cool, whatever. I took 2 capsules, nothing much. I went, okay, it'll affect me. I'm sitting in my chair, I'm sitting there doing my work, and I'm like, oh, dude, I got to fart. I'm like, okay. I lift my leg up like a dog. Just a little. And I did that. A little bit came out. I went, and I fucking ran to the bathroom. I've never been so scared about shitting myself before. I was like, oh my God. And the only thing I thought of was, I'm going to talk about this on the podcast.
Does this mean you're going to make a TikTok, or you're going to make a short video now that says don't shit yourself?
This is how you don't shit yourself. And it just reloops on itself. Yeah, we'll make it into a TikTok. But speaking of little things I run around and find out, and I just go, I'm going to talk about this on the podcast. I delivered to a hotel, a nice hotel. And I go up to the guy. I'm like, hey, where's room 109? He's like, down the hall, man. Thank you, sir. Going down the hall. I walked past the door. Nothing. Walk past the door, nothing. Walk past the door, it's so big. Take 2 steps back. Keep listening. And she's like, wow, it's bigger than last time. I'm like, okay. Another woman chimes in. I did not expect this. I'm intrigued, but I gotta go make a delivery. And the guy at the desk going, are you okay? Yeah. I walk back, deliver the food. I come back. I walk kind of like a little bit closer to the door. And all I hear is like, that's crazy. And I went, I missed it. Went back to the front desk. He's like, did you find it okay? I stopped. I looked him dead in the eye going, I walked past this room. And all I heard was, wow, this is so big. No joke. He went from like, to just eyes open and then start typing on his computer trying to find what room they're in. I told him like it was like 106. He's like, and I'm like, dude, he's like, do you know what else they said? I was like, I don't know, but I was like, it's gonna be better to talk about it in the podcast. He was like, what's your podcast name? I'll follow. So we got a new listener. Thank you. So I get a bunch of little things that's like, I won't find out because I'll talk about it on the podcast. But the thing is, I'm actually curious. Like, it's haunted me ever since. I'm like, what do you think was so big where there's 2 women, but I didn't hear a guy? What was bigger than last time?
I
Strap
worked
on.
that out pretty quick. Yeah, okay. Wise man once said there was a time and a place for subtlety, and that time was before Scary Movie.
Okay, well, let's take strap-on out of our heads. What else do we think it was?
Vibrator.
Charles, you sick son of a bitch. I'm going to ban you from this podcast. I need you not to talk about the strap-on, the vibrate. What?
Because you need 2 people to...
Better than a dildo. Still a vibrator, but better than a dildo.
Yeah.
Bunker.
What about the thing with the electric one goes?
Sibian? Sibian? The
No.
one that you mount? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, guys, it's not recommended that guys mount it. I found that out. Not through experimentation. 'Cause seriously, if a guy mounts that, he's fucking dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, no, guys can't
What?
mount Sibians. It will kill them.
Oof.
Yeah.
Sounds rough.
God.
Yeah,
It's rough because.
You heard it here, kids. Don't do this at home.
Please don't do any. If you hear it from the Skull Hunter podcast, don't do it at home. Just don't. When I say make your own podcast, don't. Yeah.
I have a random question to ask all of you guys. What games are you looking for that's coming out in like this year and next year?
Hogwarts Legacy. Well, I guess it's already out. So I am. I mean, I'm a huge Zelda fan, so Tears of the Kingdom is coming out in a couple of months. But I gotta say, I'm not like. I don't know. I'm not anticipating it as much as I usually anticipate Zelda games. I think part of it is that like I'm just not that enthused about the whole open world era for Zelda. I like things more contained than that. The fact that it's the map again, I know they're changing a lot, but they're basically still reusing the map. And a full game for a lot of reused assets is very Nintendo. So I don't know, like I'm not sure I'm gonna get it day one. I think for me, I'm gonna wait for a sale, but I will get it. I can't not get it.
I'm looking forward to the next Destiny expansion, which is coming out in 2 weeks, which is called Destiny 2 Lightfall. And Bungie posted a thing on their Twitter earlier where they revealed the names of the seasons that'll be coming after Lightfall releases, and literally the first one literally starts the same day that the expansion launches. That's gonna be fun.
Okay.
And they've announced a bunch of changes to the game that has people excited.
Like, it's actually gonna be fun.
It is fun when you're actually playing it.
I'm not into space games. It's what it is.
You play Halo.
Halo's a shooter game, honestly. It's like a
Halo
hardcore
Destiny.
just. It's walk and shoot because they didn't implement run until the game was bad. So it was walk and shoot. That's all it was.
Destiny is literally thinking if you took Halo and Borderlands and they had a baby, for fuck's sake.
And the only Borderlands I like was number 3.
Me too.
Number 3 is still my favorite.
3 was
number
pretty
3
fantastic.
3 was great.
Still
I
haven't
love
finished
3.
the pre-sequel.
Well, yeah, I didn't finish it, but it's still not my favorite. I think the only game I'm looking forward to is the Son of Forest, and it's because I actually have things at stake with it. I did a little bit to do with Son of Forest. I was supposed to do some more stuff, can't do that. So, but one of the things I wanted to do with the Son of Forest was to film a video around it. That it might happen, it might not, depends on my thumb. But yeah, I mean, the Son of the Forest right now is the only game I'm like really looking forward to coming out. I'm actually looking forward to an update that's coming out this year for 7 Days to Die, because the next update they stated that was going to happen, it was going to actually finish the game. No more alpha, no more beta. It was supposed to be finished and released on all consoles, cross platforms. It was going to be done. Haven't heard anything about it since, but I still hope it to be done. Funker, you seem to be looking at something.
Yeah, I was looking at. I'm setting up everything because I got to leave here soon.
Yeah, we're almost done.
For me, I'm actually super excited for this new game. That's actually the one that I can't talk about without talking about it. It's totally different from anything that I've ever played. It's a lot of fun. I can't tell you, it kind of reminds you of a better version of Stardew Valley.
Okay.
And more, I would say darker, you know?
Like kicking puppies? Okay, it's gonna be a good one. When you have to go kicking puppy dark and you go, it's good.
But it is going to be rated E for everyone, so...
Yeah, everyone's a kick a puppy, rated E for everyone. Wait, there was a Zelda game you could, like, kick chickens, right?
And then they all attack you.
Attack them, yeah.
Okay.
You hit them with a sword, but the chickens would then call all of their cousins and then attack the player. You could never actually kill the chicken.
Wait, I guess they would all be cousins, because the chicken would lay one egg and it... Yeah, I guess they all would be cousins. Huh, I never thought about it that way. So what you're saying is I could eat Sally's cousin tonight, and then tomorrow have Sally's cousin again.
Not in Zelda, you can't.
Okay. I don't know. I've only played, like, the Zeldas on Game Boy Advance in color, so... That's right, I'm not as young as you think. I've had a Game Boy and a Game Boy Color, and I know what a Nintendo 64 is, and I own one. I know what an arcade machine is.
Speaking of which, they've actually brought Game Boy Advance and original Game Boy games to the Switch.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, but they haven't brought any of the Pokemon ones there yet, but I'm crossing my fingers that they do.
The one I was looking forward to, I was like, oh shit, I could finally play some Pokemons on my Switch, and no. Okay. I still haven't played the new Pokemon.
Ones.
The problem is I don't know. I want to see my pixelated Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur's my favorite, so I just want to see my
Jordan, if you get any of the newer ones, I will freaking hop in there and help you.
So that's what everyone's telling me. Everyone's like, if you get it, I'll hop on and play. Pokemon to me is not a multiplayer game. Pokemon to me is a solo game. You sit down and you eat a bag of Cheetos and you just have a good time. Like, that's Pokemon for me. Pokemon's not grind out hours with a buddy. That's Call of Duty. That's Halo. That's those games. Pokemon is like a little relaxed time, a little me time. Just sit there with my little Game Boy, go, Oh, mom's calling? Pause. What's up, Mom? It's like...
Said the pizza rolls are ready, hon.
Oh, my pizza rolls are ready. Do you guys eat pizza rolls?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, now... Question, did you think they were called Hot Pockets growing up?
No. Because we actually had Hot Pockets.
I was too poor, I didn't. But, no joke, until I was like 18, when I actually got a better job.
No, can't say I ever did that.
Because I thought Hot Pockets were the pizza rolls, because it would boil up and it's hot. You never know what temperature it is. And you would bite them. And it'll be fucking hot or cold. And it was hot.
Have you guys ever rolled a pizza slice? Sometimes, you get like a large pizza or something and it's kind of long and it's kind of floppy. So starting at the crust, roll it up.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's real messy.
No.
A friend of mine I used to work with at
something to
Cece's
try
before they
next
shut
time.
it down made it. He used to always make me pizza calzones. They were good.
What? I need to try this. Oh my god. I'm having pizza tomorrow because tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Me and the lady are going out to a place that she booked. I'm gonna die. Send help. She booked a place. It's in the middle of the woods. Please send help.
I was gonna say, Jordan, your diet's gonna be all out of whack.
It will be because we're having Pizza Hut. We're staying at a nice place. We're gonna have some Pizza Hut. I can't wait because I also bought these cookies. So when I bought the Prius, I celebrated. I bought these like cookies with like cum inside of it or something. I don't know. It was delicious. And so I bought them and I had one. And I was like, well, this starts my addiction. So I've been keeping myself like what?
So what flavor were they?
Vanilla chocolate chip cookies with the fancy fucking chocolate, but then the cum filling was vanilla. It was so good. It was so good. Honestly, I've said this since day one. If cum tasted as good as some of these things I eat,
pineapple juice, bro.
Well, I mean, I'm not a big fan of pineapple juice, but I do know if you eat pineapple, it does like make it taste sweeter. I don't know this from experience. I just know this is the thing.
Well, with all of these elements float in the air, the question has to be asked: cum on pizza? Yes or no?
What?
I'll try anything once.
Would I get paid for it? Like,
come down to that. Yeah.
That could be a challenge.
Guys, I brought 4 of my friends to see who's gonna eat my cum off this pizza.
The winner gets a priest.
I better get $100 for it if I.
$100.
$100?
With $100, I would have priest.
Wow, someone's hungry.
Well, he won't be after that.
Oh my god, this is the best. Okay, so we know you want a priest. Charles wants $100. Joseph, what about you? You gotta go pretty low now.
I'm afraid to give an amount of money because then I might be presented with that money and then I have to eat a cum pizza. $30,000.
Honestly, yeah, I might be a whore. I would do it for less. Honestly, I would do it for like.
Honestly,
10K?
I don't think I can do it at all. Like I'm just saying, just.
If I know the person, if it's my own cum, I could do it.
And I thought, okay, well, it'd be funny. Pineapple is related to sex and cum, right? So, and then you just like pineapple tasting cum on pizza. That was all I wanted to.
Right.
Phil, my thing is though is if I came on a pizza, and I ate it for money, I would do it. It's coming out of my body.
So how about this? Does it just got to be a slice of pizza or the whole pizza?
I would say if you have enough load to just drizzle on the pizza.
The build up, bro.
I love this man's going. Okay,
fill the squeeze bottle
hold
and
up,
just go like
hold
this.
up. I'm almost there. I'm coming. Fuck, round 2. Let's go.
See, you work on it.
I have to use what I learned from Art Attack. And get it onto like a piece of cardboard, and then get a brush and flick it off. So that...
Jordan was giving me shit for bringing up sex toys earlier.
This is
gonna be like, hey guys,
episode.
hold on a second. I gotta give a morning jizz.
I got paid $10,000 to do this for a week. I just have to do it on stream.
Okay, guys, I'm really into prepping and canning. I got all of them canned in my cupboard, just for an emergency situation. Power goes out.
Right.
Oh god, the ramp up to 69.
I drink just for everyone know out there. I drink a lot of pineapple juice.
Oh shit!
I like pineapples and I like the juice. I just don't like the crap on freaking pizza.
Okay, well we know 2 men who's gonna have delicious cum.
Okay.
I like pineapples. I'm okay with the pineapples on pizza, but I hate chunks. I hate that it has to come in these like diced up prisms. If they're willing to slice it thin like pepperoni and place it on, I'm open-minded towards that. Okay.
So this is a scuffed podcast. I want to sit there. We need the last like 4 more minutes. So let's move off of cum for a second. So God. All I want to do is make cum jokes. So for those of you who don't know, we're having a really special episode 69. And since you hear this podcast, you know 69 is going to be a good one. But 70, though, is going to be the best podcast ever. 69 will have nothing on 70. We have. So I think we might have to boot some guests. I think I overbooked. I think I really overbooked for guests on 70. Everyone wants to be on 69, but we're like, no, one person allowed.
You can boot me if you have to, because I'm on nearly every episode. You just don't spend the first 10 minutes roasting me for not being there. Well, Joseph got a visit by Chris Hansen on his way to an IHOP.
Yeah, so
why do you think I don't miss episodes anymore now? Because I know I'm gonna get roasted for 10 minutes. Everybody else either shows up late, doesn't show up at all, or still getting milk. But I miss one goddamn episode, and I'm an arsonist.
So Funker, and for those of you who may not have seen our early episodes, so I did this thing. Whenever someone would miss an episode, I would just make something up that it would just get worse. Well, Charles missed an episode, and we were like, hey, Charles had to go. You know, he couldn't do it today. He had to take care of some stuff. It's okay. We'll do it without him. You know, it sucks, but we'll have him back. James leaves. James has been gone for over 6 months now, and we're like, he's out getting milk, guys. He's coming back. He's just out getting milk. He's coming back from my Prius, hopefully. So he's just out getting milk. And then Joseph missed his first podcast since being a part of it. And as I say in quote, he burnt down an IHOP. He burnt down one of 3 IHOPs in Canada. And Joseph came back to going, what the fuck? It's like, everyone else leave. James, been gone for this long. Gets milk. Charles leave. He'll be back, guys. Don't worry. It's okay. I missed 2 episodes of the podcast. And it's like,
well,
hey,
when you miss an episode, we don't record. So there's that.
Yeah, but I missed one, and everyone's like, hey, he's out with his girl. You know, he's doing this stuff. And then, yeah, Joseph leaves, and it gets worse. His crime elevates. So next time he can't make it, Chris Hansen will be showing up. That, by the way, for an update on the Chris Hansen, it is going to cost $70 with the attachments I want to get a life-size cutout of Chris Hansen that I could hit a button and he starts slowly appearing on screen.
For $70?
For $70 for all of it.
That sounds like a bargain.
It is. It is. Yeah, the cardboard's like 50 for some fucking reason. It's like $50. Getting the pulley system to hook up to my 9-foot tall ceilings. Don't buy an old house. And I can sit there and bring it in, get a little electric motor, put it on a relay switch, button on the desk, boom. Slowly starts coming in. Can't wait.
I'm gonna start looking for a ladder.
You know, Charles, because I'm a real 6'3" man, I just use this chair. I will just stand up on this chair. It's just swap. By the way, new chair. It's blue. I don't really talk about my chairs, but my brother got this for me out of the trash, and I greatly appreciate it because this chair broke. I was streaming, and I went to go do this to pick up my water, and as I went to lean left, the chair went left too. So I leaned left, the bolt came out from the bottom, and I leaned left, it went left. So, and it snapped the other 2 bolts.
Did you fall out of it?
Fuck yeah, I did. I fell out of it to catch myself, hurried up. I sat on the fucking stubble. The stubble's right here because I was streaming. I didn't want to make it noted. So I hurried up, sat back up on this with no bolts attached. I just hurried up, sat back up on it like nothing happened. And I move when I play. I was like this. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Cool. And I would lean and do it. I was just step back up. I'm like, no, I'm going to eat shit. I'm going to eat shit again. I don't want to eat shit.
Like when I start to fall asleep.
I actually can't sleep sitting up. I don't know what it is. I cannot sleep sitting up. Ever since I was in a car accident, I can't sleep while sitting up. It is so bad.
That's the only reason why I've missed any of these things recently, is because I was freaking tired as hell from work.
Yeah, and that's a-okay.
Well, I mean, we know because there's been episodes where you've fallen asleep on the episode.
Those ones we play off pretty funny. We did some where Grumpy was teabagging you. We did some where
it was
animations. We did some where I backhanded you for a thumbnail. We did a lot. We also might have bets on every podcast if someone's either going to show up. Like one day I'm going to get a message from Joseph last minute saying, I can't make it. I'm gonna be like, damn, Joseph can't make it. I already have the perfect plot for why he can't make it, and I'm waiting because he's gonna edit the podcast. I just can't wait because this is what Joseph does. For those of you an audio listener, every YouTube video that we release with someone missing or whatever, Joseph puts in text to pretty much fuck me over.
Well, I've been putting in text every episode.
Yeah, every episode.
I got the idea when I missed that one.
Yeah, ever since then, it's like he's just been continuing to add and add and add, and I love it. I love it. I haven't got no complaints, so I say keep going until someone complains, and then double down.
I'm still wondering whatever happened to that one podcast where it was just me, James, and Joseph, and I pulled out the giant freaking Nerf gun when we.
I don't know. I was busy doing bodyguard services. I have no idea.
So remember, Joseph was like, you had a small one, and we were talking about it, and I just walked off screen, and I came back with a giant freaking Nerf gun in my hands.
I do everything in my power to forget what happens here. Sorry, Charles.
Just like, I do too much. I just ignore. I'm here 1 second. I'm gone the next. I'm so high. Speaking of being high, if you're high listening to this podcast, we greatly appreciate you. Thank you everyone for stopping by for the Skull Hunter podcast. This podcast was brought to you by Angry, your all-in-one platform in needs. Thank you, Funger. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you to myself for being here. And with that, we do you guys adieu and good night, everybody.
Just so you know, Jordan.
Yes.
One of my ultimate show of respect is to not show up high to something. So for the 2 times I've disrespected you, I'm sorry.
Goodbye, everybody.